So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me in my channel, One Man, One Moped. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about my equipment, and I want to talk about some lessons that I've learned since I started this whole delivery job. So, let me first show you. This is my moped. It's a Symphony Cargo. As you can see, it has a carrier at the back. That really helps, and you can tie your bag at the back. And then I have a nice little mobile holder right here. It works really well because all day long you have to pull out your phone and you have to put it back again 50-60 times every day. So you need a nice and sturdy mobile phone holder. So as you can see, even from the back, it's quite sturdy, it's quite strong. Apart from that, I have a timeless helmet right here. And again, it's pretty nice. It has a detachable visor. This cost me about 1,000 krones, give or take. This moped cost me about 31,000 krones, and I bought it brand new. And it's working out pretty good so far. It's not giving me any issues whatsoever. The trousers that I'm wearing right now, I bought from Jula for, I think, about 400 krones. It's got lots of pockets. As you can see, it's pretty nice, and the material is strong, keeps me warm as well. And apart from that, a lot of times I wear my balaclava, which covers my entire face, not my eyes, but everything else. Keeps me warm, keeps me safe, especially in summers. It keeps me safe from bugs. When you're driving at 25 kilometers an hour, when a bug comes and hits you on your face, it hurts. And you don't want to get stung by a bee during that process. Excuse all the noise right now. Mopeds are noisy, I'll give you that. There are different choices when it comes to mopeds. You have a fuel-based moped where you have to put in petrol. I use 98. You can also get electric mopeds. I personally do not advise that you get a electronic moped because the max you can go on one charge on one battery is about 60 kilometers, and then you have to change the battery. And if you have a battery at home, it's going to take anywhere between 3 to 5 hours to charge one battery. Same thing with an electric bike or a bicycle. If you're trying to do a delivery job every day, if you're trying to make a living off of it, then it's not wise to have an electric bike or an electric moped because it's a lot of hassle. On top of everything else, let's talk about the things that you require for maintenance. So if you have a fuel-based, petrol-based moped, and if you're doing, let's say, 100 kilometers a day, then every 10 days you're going to have to change the oil at the very least, and every 2,000 kilometers you're going to have to get it serviced. So keep that in mind in terms of costs. That's going to cost you anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 depending on who you go to. And Yeah, now I don't carry any separate bag with me just because I don't need it. The bag that I have, I had to buy from the company that I do the delivery for. Yeah, that bag costs you about 500 krones, but then they take it off of your pay. So, oh yes, another thing that I want to talk about is, I'm not sure about how it works in the rest of the world, but at least in Sweden, you are better off if you start your own company and then you work for a food delivery company, because then you will end up paying your own taxes, you'll end up paying your own VAT. So that way, there's lots of things which are tax deductible that you can use. If you become an employee, then you have to go through a third party, which is also called an umbrella company, and they take off anywhere between 2 to 3% of your earnings every month. So personally, I don't think it's worth it. So if you're considering doing food delivery in Malmö in Sweden, then it's best that you do it after you set up a company. Or you can start and then you can, set up a company and then you can switch over to your own company. It takes about 2 months to start your own company. Well, it took me 2 months because I was asked to produce a tax-free certificate from my country back home, which basically has to say that I do not owe any tax in the country that I come from. So that took me a little time, and once I had it and I gave it to them, then within a few days my company was registered. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. In terms of earnings, if you have your own company, in Malmö, on a good day, you can earn between 1,000 to 1,500 krones, but you're gonna have to work a lot of hours. You're talking anywhere between 10 to 12 hours. The best time, the most busy times are Sundays. Mondays are, that's probably the most dry day that you can think of. So if you want to take a day off, then you can take a day off on a Monday. You also get boosts in the night. On Friday night, the boost starts after 12 o'clock. And normally every other night you get boosts at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. all the way up till 8. So if you want, and if you are able to wake up, let's say around 6 in the morning and go out to work, then you can earn a bit of, boost money early first thing in the morning. Keep that in mind that this city wakes up around 6. So before 6, nothing is open. So you wouldn't really get any delivery jobs. So, but if you're on the road at 6, then between 6 to 8, you will get some orders. And, if you work early in the morning, then at least half of your day is done and you won't be worrying about how much more money you have to earn for the rest of the day. Doing delivery on a moped is much easier than doing delivery in a car, because obviously if you're doing it in a car, then you'll have to worry about parking, and you will get parking fines if you don't park properly. So that adds onto your income. You'll have to worry about wherever you park, and then you take your food outside of your car, and then you have to go around walking, looking for the place, looking for the venue or the delivery, wherever the delivery is happening. That's gonna chew away on your time. But when you're on a moped, then you can literally just park right in front of the building or your venue. You don't have any parking issues. You can also use the cycle lanes wherever they allow you to throughout Malmö, which is a good thing. So if you want to start a delivery job, then my suggestion would be to do it on a moped. And yeah, as I said, if you have any questions, then please do let me know in the comments, and please try and support my channel. Over and out.